sometimes things are funnier out of context, even when they're really funny in context. So with that in mind, went to a movie last night, and at a certain point in the movie, yelled at the top of my lungs, "Jesus is my top." And these things happen. And no, I will not be explaining.
Thralls Balls! They're everywhere!
Thralls Balls, the World of Warcraft podcast with a dirty mind and a clean behind. Hosted by Bentolis, Gershom, and Wooly. I lied. I'm going to explain. So, it was Rocky Horror Picture Show that I went to, and before the movie, they had like a Halloween costume contest. Craig, you can't say bad things about Halloween. Not allowed. Yeah, I went there. And one of the guys was dressed as Jesus, and they were determining who wins by how loud the crowd goes. So when it was Jesus's turn, I screamed that. Yeah. Anyway, what's up, swingers? This is Thralls Balls, episode 65. I am Wooly, and joining me today is Gershom. Bentolis is unfortunately not with us this week. I burped, excuse me. He has some offline things to do. I forget what he said. Something about a wedding happening or whatever. Anyway, we are joined by Craig and Nearacle of the Getting Buffed podcast. So, yeah. Hey, guys. Hey, Gershom. How's everybody doing?
Salutations!
Oh, she did it.
Baby. We're crossing over.
I totally did it. Also, I have stood up in the middle of a brew and view at the Riv in Chicago, and I believe what I screamed out was, "Elizabeth Banks, be my girlfriend." Remember the girl from Zack and Miri Make a Porno? You guys remember that movie?
Yes.
Yes. So the girl, the actress's name is Elizabeth Banks, and I straight up stood up. I was like, "Elizabeth Banks, be my girlfriend." So I've done that in the theater too. It happens. It must be like a Thralls Balls way of doing things.
I mean, it's a little less upsetting to certain crowds if you're not implying Jesus is at top or something like that. Anyway, Craig, Nearacle, you guys do the Getting Buffed podcast. You want to tell us about that a little bit?
Get it, Nearacle.
Well, I don't know what we really talk about. I just show up ill-prepared every week and fill in with sidebar commentary. But in general, just a podcast about all things WoW. More so geared towards the retail side of things. During the current lull, we've kind of been crossing over into Classic and basically every other thing comparative to WoW. So it's kind of all over the place.
And if y'all like curse words, they sprinkle them in like fucking sprinkles on ice cream. It's great. I like it.
You guys picked like a kind of like unfortunate time to start a podcast. Like you started the pod right before silly season. And that's amazing that you guys are like keeping it up. Like I love that.
Honestly, like, the entirety of Shadowlands hasn't been a great time to do a podcast because people have been leaving in droves.
Yes.
Well,
I mean, technical difficulties aside, we've been trying to keep it going. Been fairly consistent with it, so.
No, you guys are doing a great job. Just shout out to that podcast and that effort. You guys are doing amazing. So do you want to introduce like yourselves a little bit, talk about what you do in WoW, or how you are? We're open. You guys can say whatever.
Yeah, for sure. It's me, your boy Craig. I'm the GM raid leader of Hits Harder Than Depression on Illidan. That's like all we do is raid. We shut the guild down like 2 months ago, and the whole guild has just died. And we're hoping we'll get some resuscitation once Dragonflight drops.
And I am the demon hunter in the group.
Scumbag Demon Hunter.
I guess, I've just stuck around. And they've kept me, so it's pretty chill.
I mean, the bench is calling your name, but for now you're good.
I mean, pretty much, we do what we can.
I don't know how they are post-tuning, but for a while on the beta, Demon Hunters were pretty fucking overpowered. So I don't know how they are on pre-patch.
They're feeling pretty good. I haven't really noticed like a whole huge difference. I still have some like not so good gear. But barring that, like it's pretty good. It feels really nice. I was really nervous about the shit that they were going to be taking out and how they were going to be trimming things. There's certain like abilities that aren't baseline that feel like they should be, so that's awkward. So there's just a slight adjustment, but nothing too crazy.
Oh, that's right. Demon Hunter is one of those classes. It might be the only. No, Monk too. Demon Hunter is one of those classes that never had the complicated talent tree to begin with. It was always the simple one. Cool.
Dude, sorry, go ahead. No, go ahead.
Now they're adding in just like a lot more I guess choice with how like you play specifically, but in doing so it kind of like it takes out some of the utility that you would otherwise just normally have baseline. So it feels a little risky just because I'm used to playing with everything, but it feels good otherwise.
It's either going to be Demon Hunter or Shadow Priest that I play if I don't play Evoker. So I haven't played with Demon Hunter on pre-patch, so I might have to do that and get some ideas.
The Beastmaster Hunter is OP as fuck. Like, there's no way this is gonna last. I can't believe it. Like, I don't have any like add-ons installed right now or like anything that's telling me numbers. But I mean, everything is just falling down in front of me like paper. It's really ridiculous. So like, you get kill command. It has 2 charges now, so you can basically kill command twice. I mean, by the time I even walk up to a fight, the thing is fucking dead. It's
awesome.
Ridiculous. I mean, I love to play that sort of mode anyways, where I just go through and mow shit down, but this is ridiculous. It's crazy. They're gonna,
how I feel about Warriors.
It's OP AF, dude. Like, this is gonna end up getting fixed. I'm like, I wish it wouldn't, but it's sort of boring. It's like, I just never die. Like, no, there's no challenge here. I just walk in with like a lawnmower and just kill everything. It's fun, but it's ridiculous.
Yeah, I mean,
feel like it's gonna be the same thing with Warriors because they've got a shield wall that's reducing the entire group's damage by 20%, and it's like, it's insane.
I think they're like making up to us for like how bad the fucking raids were in Shadowlands.
Probably.
But they're like, let's just give these guys a bunch of fun shit. Like, yeah, this is super fun.
Nathrio was okay. The other 2 can choke on a dick.
Exactly.
No.
Yeah. Totally.
Like, I'd rather have Jesus on top than do those other 2 again. Actually, I say that like that's a bad thing. Moving on from top Jesus. So then, okay, I know you've said it on your show, but Craig, what do you play again?
I mainly just play Phil, whatever the guild needs. So far in Shadowlands, it was Blood DK. We had 2 tanks quit, and DK was the only tank spec I had at 60 at the time, so I got pushed into that role.
Nice. All right, well, I mean, I guess we can always segue on into what we've been up to in WoW this past week or 2. What about our esteemed guests? What have you guys been doing the last couple of weeks?
Oh, this is a WoW podcast? I think I'm in the wrong place. I haven't touched WoW in like a month.
Also a South Park podcast. Fucking
wrestling. Don't forget wrestling.
I don't know shit about wrestling. That's all you and Ben.
Nickelodeon. Oh yeah, Ben's not. Do Nickelodeon.
Complaining about Chicago. Basically all kinds of shit.
Chicago's alright.
But no, I don't really. Once. It's a good city. I really don't blame you for not logging in though. personally, Prepatch hasn't done much for me because I'm waiting for evokers. So I don't know.
Yeah, well, being raid leader and GM, I mean, it's got that extra responsibility and pressure on it. So between trying to keep 20 people in line, trying to constantly recruit so we have enough people, as soon as we decided to shut the guild down, it was a much needed break. I closed the game and haven't opened it since. I think I logged on to the PTR for like 5 minutes whenever they uploaded the new talents and stuff, but that's it. I've just been chilling playing RuneScape.
You go do you. Yeah. Well, Nearacle, you've been pretty much doing the same.
Well, I mean, so retail WoW sucks complete ass right now. So, I've been playing the shit out of Classic. And absolutely loving the fuck out of that. It's weird because like there's no maintenance in that.
Are you playing a Death Knight?
Nope. I am playing a Holy Pally. Going back to my roots.
Oh wow, that is so cool. So like, what level are you at and stuff?
Max. So I'm at 80. Pretty solid gear. So like full 10-man gear, filling out like the 25-man gear, but it is fucking rough. So like, just the same, as you have lulls in content with WoW, people, fall away. Well, Prepatch hit, so everybody that was playing Classic is no longer. Everybody's doing the Prepatch deal. So it's kind of a pain in the ass to fill 25 mans, but the content's super rad. I really dig it. That's pretty much been my jam over the past few weeks.
Is it still on Nax or has it moved on?
No. So currently it's just Nax, Obsidian Sanctum, Eye of Eternity, and then Vault of Archivon.
Oh damn! I forgot all about Vault of Archivon.
Yeah. It's just those for now. I don't know. I haven't really paid attention to like when they're doing, like how they're doing the phases. So I don't know when they're doing the next release. I would assume it's going to be near. It'll be near or shortly after Dragonflight.
Yeah, probably. I'm trying to remember what the second raid of Wrath is. Was it Ulduar? Or was there another one in there?
No, it was Ulduar.
Damn, it's been so fucking long. Like, I haven't played Wrath Classic, other than, like, getting a Death Knight through the starting zone, so. Well, I guess what I've been up to is, been trying real hard to decide what to play. Leaning heavily toward Evoker, but I said fuck it and started finishing leveling my Shadow Priest. He's like 53 right now. Gotta say, really enjoying the way it plays, but I'm not sure if I want to put the effort into learning a new class. Might as well just do the new hotness. So I don't know. It's a toss-up right now. I did go as far as changing my guild's spreadsheet by my name for what I'm planning to play, with Evoker first choice, Shadow Priest second choice, whereas before it was Demon Hunter. But Demon Hunter's kind of horning in on the Shadow Priest again, so it's a toss-up. I gotta have it decided by, I think they told us the 17th. I don't know. That's what the guild decided. I'll have it narrowed down. But that's basically all I've been doing, is just logging in, flying around as the Drakthir on beta, and then just, logging off. Haven't really felt like doing very much. What about you, Gershom?
Well, I did a bunch of stupid casual stuff as usual. I mean, it wasn't a lot. What I did, I started doing some islands, which, by the way, so like we talked about this before with the islands. I'm not gonna wax poetic about it, but I was wondering basically if the doubloons were like less or more. It's the same, and it's the same weird thing. Like, you will get 2 or you will get 19. And it does not matter how much of a discrepancy you win by, which bosses you kill, how fast it has no pattern to me. And
I don't think that's
sometimes
gonna
I
change.
swear it hasn't changed at all. And sometimes I think that I should just sit in there and lose, because what's the point except I make it go faster. I think there's alliance players in there that sit in there and lose and just get their doubloons. But I'm like, I'm racing through this. I'm not trying to do it. So I'm pretty close to my last mount, and then there's some like hats and stuff I'm gonna get maybe, but mostly what I want is the mount. I might take a break because it does get a little grindy and a little repetitive. And then I did a lot of spooky season. I've been farming headless horsemen. Haven't gotten shit. I think you would hear me scream if I did that. And like, what else? Like,
I'm not gonna say it.
what? Oh, that you have it already?
Yeah.
I know. I have Invincible.
I'm gonna log on to do the Halloween event just so I can get y'all can have my live reaction to getting the mount.
Do it.
You're-
Do it.
Did you get it? You have it? I
don't have
this
it.
fucking horse.
I'm logging on right now for the first time in months just to see if I can get it today.
I like. Okay,
wish
I like
you
the
luck,
sound of
my
this.
friend.
Keep us updated. Keep us updated. I like this.
So I think I think the stuff that I wanted to mention was pretty much like we're gonna talk about it in the news. Sorry, I don't know why I'm stuttering today. But I'm gonna take this space to actually give a big shout out to friend of the show Adorno. He's actually been on the show. And he sent me a little bit of a donation to replace my monitor. So for
Oh
those of you
damn!
who
Nice.
aren't on Discord, by the way, fuck y'all, get on the Discord, thrallsballs.com. It'll yeet you into the Discord. But if you're not on the Discord, then you didn't hear me say that my monitor took its last shit. My monitor shit its pants, Wooly, and I did not. So no more monitor. But thank you to Adorno because he sent me a few bucks to put in towards a new monitor, and that was really sweet. Thank you. So,
That's awesome.
yeah, I was.
Joe
really,
DiGiorno or no?
huh?
I said Joe DiGiorno or no? The fucking
God.
goat.
Yeah, he's 3 ducks Dorno.
So should we move on to the mixed drink of the week? I'm gonna take that as a fuck yeah.
Fuck yeah!
Fuck yeah. All right, let's do this. It's time for the mixed drink of the week. Fuck yeah! It's the mixed drink of the week, and before we get into it, I just want to take a second to remind everybody, I'm going to try to do this the way I did the one time. Please only partake of the mixed drink of the week if you're of legal age or legal whatever to do so, and furthermore, we are not responsible for anything that may befall you as a result of your own choices. Oh my god, I did it perfectly. Anyway, we have been going through different cities in WoW and making drinks and or shots modeled after them. As you may notice, in the last few weeks, we kind of stopped giving a shit if it's a shot or a drink. Today's is actually a full-ass mixed drink. So, I'm up. I have Ironforge, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to mix, like, I'm going to do something I don't normally do. I'm going to mix the drink and then have everybody guess. Because my microphone is on push to talk for OBS at least. Here, I wonder if I can prop the button up. Nope. I should have thought that through. Whatever. So, hang on. Okay, so that's a hint. And just imagine a second can opening, because that's what it's going to take. Okay, so there is that, and that, and that. Uh-oh. Hang on.
We got carbonation, y'all. That's another hint. Hopefully, maybe.
I'm trying to count how many
kinda.
that's there is.
There are 3 components to this drink. I'll give you that much. So, who wants to guess first?
Let's let our guest go. Craig, Nearacle, you got a guess?
Yeah. Go Nearacle. I'm gonna need some time.
Jaeger bomb.
Okay. What's the next guess?
Oh shit. You said it was Stormwind?
Ironforge.
Ironforge. Bro, I have no fucking clue. Let's see. Whiskey, pineapple juice, and Mountain Dew.
Lovely.
All right. And Gershom, what's your guess?
Mine's not much better. It's Tennessee honey whiskey, cream soda, and what would you mix that with? Apple juice? Yeah, sure. Apple cider or hard cider, something like that. Yeah. Honey whiskey, cream soda, and some sort of like apple like whiskey, like Fireball or something like that. I don't know.
Okay, so you're actually fairly close. Bonus points because I wanted to use honey whiskey, but it turns out I was out. You came close with the apple, even though it's not like a hard cider. So, excuse me. There is a shot of apple pie liqueur mixed with Loca Moca monster coffee thing. And because it's Ironforge, people are going to hear this and they're going to think, ew, what a weird combination. But a little bit of beer. So equal parts Loca Moca and Pilsner beer with apple pie liqueur.
Wait, apple pie and what's Loca Moca again?
Loca Moca is like a mocha monster job.
Like,
It's
like
monster.
chocolate?
Right. It's like Monster doing coffee. So
apple pie, chocolate, and beer.
yeah, and all of these are chosen for a very specific reason. The apple pie is because when I think of Ironforge as a city, I think of like warm fires you sit by in the mountain and like, you know, just a big everybody's happy kind of thing. And apple pie makes me feel happy like that. So it's kind of homey. The Mocha Monster is just because I like it, I guess. And then the beer is because dwarves drink beer. So let's give this a taste. Over the lips, through the gums. Look out, dick hole.
I'm scared.
Don't think I've heard that one before.
I changed it at the last second. Yeah, okay, it's all right. I don't think I would drink it like at a party. And I don't think I'm going to finish it. It's not all right. It's not good. I have let Ironforge down. Ugh, don't drink. It might be because this beer technically expired in August, but I don't know. It's only been a couple months.
I don't think beer goes bad unless you turn it into green beer. Then it's definitely bad.
So about that, something like, I don't know, 10-ish years ago, I was playing beer pong at my friend's house out on the other side of the state. And no, not beer pong. We were playing Circle of Death, and I've heard it called a bunch of different names. So it's the game where you have a bunch of playing cards in a circle around a beer, and when you pull the card and you do the rule, you stick the card under the beer tab, and whoever makes the beer pop has to chug it. Well, my friend got halfway through that beer before I'm like, I'm not making you finish that because I noticed something. He's like, what? Why? I'm like, because it technically expired last April. And it had been over a year at that point.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah.
Yo, I drank some expired spiked eggnog once.
Gross.
And I was like, it's not a big deal. And it didn't taste bad. It was a few months expired. Yo, I was so sick that night. Oh my God, I felt so bad for my guy I was with. Like, it was this guy I was just sort of seeing. I was single, but like we were hanging out and stuff. And like, he cared about me. He was like, oh my God, are you all right? Oh my God, I was so sick. Ugh, it was the worst.
Yeah. Well, okay, so to reiterate, I don't know, I'll try this again. I feel like maybe if instead of just a regular old Pilsner, I used crap-ass Miller Lite, I wonder if maybe a good Guinness draft might perk it up a bit. So I'm going to revisit this at some point in the future. It won't be part of the mixed drink of the week. It'll be more like, let's try this a different way. So it's one shot apple pie liqueur, and then equal parts Mocha Java Monster. Loca Mocha is the name of the flavor, and beer. So try it on your own if you want, I guess. It wasn't horrible, but it wasn't good either. Next week, Gershom, you're up, and the only cities we have left are Storm Shield or Thunder Totem. So it's your choice.
You know what? As a shout out to my very first main, who was a Tauren, I'm gonna grab Thunder Totem.
Thunder Totem.
Yeah, I'll do it.
Home of the High Mountain Tauren. I like it.
And I don't like their heritage armor at all, but I do like their moose mount.
I would like their heritage armor if the totems were not part of the chest. Like, what the fuck? I've complained about that before.
You can't wear a cape or have like a weapon on your back.
Nothing.
Right? Really
it looks
weird.
like shit.
Yeah.
Bro, that's like the best heritage armor.
I mean, it's good. No.
I
Regular
like the
Tauren
totems.
heritage armor.
Wooly doesn't like the totems.
No, I do like the totems. They're just not on the back, and I want them to be on the back. They're on the chest. So if they were on the back, if you had like a staff or something, it would disappear. But because they're on the chest, it clips with the totems.
Wait, my totems are on my back. Really?
No, the totems are part of the chest piece for the High Mountain Tauren.
Oh, they're
the
part of
regular
chest
Tauren,
piece, but they're on your back. Oh, I get it. Sorry.
Yeah. So like it's annoying because they clip with the weapon, and I don't like that. I guess we can move on to the WoW news. There's very much actually there's a few things. All right, let's just get on into it.
Time for WoW news, motherfuckers.
Okay, so obviously the biggest piece of news is Prepatch is live now. We didn't have an episode last week. Thanks for sticking through, y'all. We had some issues that prevented it. But Prepatch is live now. You may have noticed that the Evokers didn't come in right away. They're coming November 15th, and I believe it's that same day that we get the first Dragonflight dungeon, which in itself is a rehashing of an old dungeon, so the updated Oldemon will be there. And I think that's also when the Primal Invasions are coming as well. So right now, all we got is the new talent system, UI editing, the new race class combos, which is just Rogue, Priest, and Mage, available to all the races. So keep your eyes peeled, because in a couple weeks there's going to be a little more things to do. I actually almost made a Tauren Rogue, and I was going to name him Beef Squatch, because it's a reference to...
You were talking about keeping your eyes peeled, and I'm like, keep the fucking steak peeled, because Taurens can be rogues. Does that seem weird? How was it? Did you try it? Sorry to interrupt.
No, I didn't, because I was going to do it and level 1 if I could get the name I wanted, but it's taken on Thrall, and I'm not making Horde on Proudmoore, because that doesn't make sense. Nobody plays Horde on Proudmoore. Wait, no, we have a listener who plays Horde on Proudmoore. I can't remember. Was it Name and Lights? Is that right?
I think it is Name and Lights, yeah. Shout out.
I could make one there
true,
anyway,
yeah.
if I can get the name. It's Beef Squatch. If you watch Bob's Burgers at all, that's what it's from. Okay. So, we have things to talk about with weapon illusions for artifacts. Last time we had an episode, we reported that illusions, like enchantment appearances will be available to be used on the artifacts. And then psych, they took it away. But then double psych, they said it's coming in soon after Dragonflight launch. So the blue post said the update to make illusions appear properly on artifact weapons is going to require a lot of testing. We're planning to do that in a patch soon after Dragonflight launches, but not this initial launch patch 10.0.2. So, okay, what do you guys think about that? Because, like, what testing would they need to do to... Am I, like, just missing the point here? Why would they need? What kind of testing? What about the artifacts would make it difficult for those illusions to appear? Any ideas? Because I got nothing.
Didn't the artifacts themselves originally come with their own illusions on there?
Some of them, I think. Like the shattered
like
Ashbringer has like the lightning effect.
Yeah, they had like their own sort of thing, I guess. I don't know. It actually did stump me a little bit too.
I don't know.
Yeah,
But-
no
Yeah, that's
idea.
the only thing that I can think of is that if it's something that has like an illusion like inherently with it already.
Yeah, I really don't know. Because, like, the majority of the artifacts I was playing with were Warlock artifacts and even Demon Hunter, because that's what... Demon Hunter, actually, I could see, because the Mage Tower appearance for the Demon Hunter Warglaves is all flamey and fiery, and it's, like, kind of flickery a little bit, so I could see why that might have trouble. Now I think about it. But, like...
I mean, it could be a coding issue as well.
Oh, sure. The not so visible things. So we also have something cool coming out, I believe, weekly. That is Dragonflight Legacies. This is an animated series of shorts. It's sort of like the Warbringers from the BFA or Afterlives from Shadowlands. And you don't necessarily need to watch them if you don't want to. You won't miss out. But I recommend it because it looks pretty cool. The first episode is out. What's up?
Do you guys have thoughts about this? Because this thing was really fucking rad. Unless I'm just like overdoing like the
I
war
loved it.
thing. Like, okay, like can we talk about it?
Yeah. So this
So-
first. I'm sorry.
Go ahead.
Well, all I was gonna say is this first episode is Nosdormu talking to Emberthal. Emberthal is a Drakthir who is in charge of a wern of Drakthir that's kind of like their squadron, I guess. That they aren't the one that sided with the Horde. They aren't the one that sided with the Alliance. They kind of went off to do their own thing, I believe, if I'm remembering the right one from beta. Nosdormu was talking to Emberthal about Rise of the Aspects and where dragons came from in the first place, and it ended up being your time in this world is just beginning. You need to find your identity and such. So that's the primer coat on it. You guys want to put the paint coat on it?
Bro, all I have to say about it is, like, all you people out there listening that like hentai, I've never understood you, but when motherfucking Galakron showed up, I finally understand you.
Wait,
What?
Hold on, I want to hear expansion on this.
Are you saying you want to fuck Galakron?
I'm saying that for the first time in my life, there was an animated thing that, like, made my fucking day. I've never been more excited for cartoons in my life.
Yes.
Dude, it was
Yes.
dope.
And you know what? As I feel like at some point on the podcast or somewhere else, I have mentioned that, like, I always wonder what Galakron looked like, because all we had was like the cover of like Day of the Dragon. Like, this has been said before. He's on the front of Day of the Dragon by esteemed author Richard Neck. He sucks. Boring. Yeah.
Well, he also had a Hearthstone card.
Yeah. Oh yeah. The Hearthstone card. And then I think based off that there was like some fan art, but it's always kind of been the same. So to see what Blizz is actually going to do with Galakron is pretty cool. Now I don't necessarily believe he's going to be like the most important toon ever, but it's just nice to see him. You know what I mean?
If he's not the in-raid expansion boss, I am upset.
You think he's going to be a boss?
I hope so. I don't see where else they could go with the expansion.
I mean,
Well,
my theory has been Mirazond, but the more I think about it, I don't think that would be as interesting to the player base as this ancient-ass gigantic dragon.
I'm still terrified that something's gonna happen to Alexstrasza, and I'm knocking on wood right now because I don't want it to happen, but I'm still terrified that something is gonna go bad as the last
might.
basically uncorrupted or super focused like dragon. I don't know. I just hope not.
Watch it be like Ysera comes back and then boom, Alexstrasza bites it like immediately.
That would be awesome.
Right, like her sister comes back from the death realm and she's like, "Sister, I'm here," and she's like, "Blah," and she dies. Oh
And
no.
like Malfurion's like, "What the fuck? I came here to let her out. If you were gonna die, you could have just done it that way."
And Tyranda's like, "Bitch, you came back here. You've been sleeping for 10,000 years, and now you just fucking come back."
I may
just
or may
hope
not
that,
have just
like,
spoiled something. Whoops.
Whatever kills them isn't the result of some bullshit ass side character who doesn't actually fucking matter.
Lady Moonberry's gonna come and like stab you, Sarah, in the neck.
Like, if I have to watch another fucking leader like Varian get fucking gutted by a fucking off-brand demon, like, I'm gonna be upset.
No, I know. Oh my god, I'm playing with you. I'm sorry, we're playing. But yeah, just the same to see like Vol'jin die like that and Varian die like that. Like Legion was bogus. It's like, here goes your fucking leader, death thing, and they both just kind of get like shanked by nothing.
And then
Well,
like
Varian had it worse because he got it from
Yeah.
Gul'dan. That was pretty painful. But Vol'jin
her
just
face?
got like
Ysera?
stabbed in the heart or something. It's like,
Ysera was kind of similar. Like, I mean, it was like he's like mid-level. You know what I mean? Like he's like lower management. She got taken out by Xavius.
They could have done
So, like,
so much
He
more
was in a
with
raid
him.
at least. But like, I felt like that was chintzy.
Dude, I'm so glad that Varian died to an off-brand demon, because if he would have died to somebody that mattered, it would have been like, oh, okay, whatever. But like, this is like a total fuck you to all Alliance players, and I love it so much.
we're gonna start like a things that were never said until you said that. Like, I love that Varian got killed by an off-brand demon.
Well, bro, like, so the entirety of World of Warcraft, they're like, Varian's the best. Varian can do everything. Oh my god, nobody can
Oh,
beat
I'm full
Varian.
board. No, I.
And then
I
it's just
get
like,
it.
pow, dead to a nobody.
Wait, am I remembering it wrong? I thought it was Gul'dan that killed him.
Gul'dan turned into
Dan
ash.
like sucked his face out, and then like a Fell Reaver came and like busted him into pieces or something. I don't know.
Yeah, he
I
got
heard
stabbed
you-
through the back first, and then Gul'dan
Oh,
sucked
yeah.
his soul.
See, I heard you say Gul'dan sucked his, and then you paused, and I was like, wait, did he give him a fell job? A fell J? Oh god.
Oh god, we're making words up. I don't like it.
Oh, that's Wooly for you. Hold on.
I
let me
come
try
fell
one.
fire.
Is that
Oh god, no. I hope not.
hand fell? No, I don't know.
I'm gonna text my
Something.
girlfriend and ask her if I can have a fail job later, see if she knows what it
Oh
means.
my god.
No.
So speaking of pre-patch and all that, the Mage Tower is disabled during pre-patch, which makes sense because there's that new talent system. So there's all kinds of new interplay of those abilities, and they need to put a little work into the Mage Tower to keep the integrity of what it is intact while still balancing it against all the new talent. So that'll
can I
come
be
back.
honest? They lost the integrity of it when they brought it back because they
Fair
fucking
enough.
mutilated it.
I mean, it didn't really feel all that different. That said, I have not been able to do it since they brought it back, and I did it on a few different characters in Legion.
It's significantly harder. It is
Yeah.
significantly harder.
Like, I've been trying to get the Fell Werebear. I have not been able to get Cruel lower than, I think the lowest I got him was 8%. And then I'm like, nope, fuck it. I can't do this anymore. Let me just make a quick note here.
Yeah, it's really unforgiving. And
I
like
heard
not
that
having
the-
the legendary active really really sucks.
I heard that it was as hard as like mythic encounters.
Harder.
I would say close to or harder.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cleared that shit in Legion. I haven't touched it since they brought it back. It doesn't really entice me at all.
Yeah. Like, I
Because
feel like
you can't get the weapons, it's not worth it for me.
I don't think the transmog is enough to really do it. Like, the only thing I wanted was the fell werebear, because I did not get the original werebear. And I don't think that's enough to have me go grind it all out.
Fair enough.
So, I guess that's all we have for the news. These are last week's notes, because we didn't end up doing an episode. But as you can imagine, like, Prepatch just hit, and the meat of the content hasn't come yet. So we still sort of have that post-expansion lull going on. So there wasn't a whole lot else to add to that. So that's it for the news for now. So before we move on, does anybody have any extra thoughts they want to throw on this pile? If not, it's not a big deal.
I think I'm good, boss.
Daddy pudding.
I still have that button. All right, let's move on to the question of the week.
Question. Buff. The week.
Okay, so last time, instead of asking a question, we wanted to know what questions you all had for us. Craig, there's a couple here from you. We'll circle back to those. And you know what? I realize that these questions were meant for me, Gershom, and Bent, but any of these questions that are like at anybody, not just at a specific, feel free to jump in and give your answers. So, Hoax wanted to know, what is your guys' favorite band and why is it Shellac? Mine is not Shellac. It is Foo Fighters, because Dave Grohl is a fucking living legend. And I really want to know where the hell Nirvana would be if Kurt Cobain hadn't become unalive. What about you guys?
That's a big, scary music question. Like, I sit around and talk about music all the day. Music is my favorite thing. So if you want to explore that, that's honestly probably a podcast I would do on myself. Like, let's ask music questions. Where would Nirvana be?
Well, no, the question is, what's your favorite band?
What's your favorite band?
My favorite band ever?
Well, I mean, it's not like if you just
that's
pick
not
one now, you
fair.
can never change your mind.
Well, I like music too. I can't answer that. I cannot.
Fair enough.
I did listen to Shellac though, and I didn't really enjoy it very much. But I mean, if that's what Hoax wants to listen to, I cannot name my favorite band.
All right. I have no fucking clue what a Shellac is. So it's definitely not my favorite band.
I
if you guys listen
never
to
heard of them before.
if you guys listen to our podcast, you know I'm like really fucking different. Like I don't have the same opinion to everybody. But my favorite band is probably Upchurch, to be honest.
Wait, what? Can you repeat that? What is it?
Upchurch. He's a singer from Tennessee. Does like country raps, not assigned to any label.
I don't think I've heard of that one.
A lot of people haven't.
I'll have to check it out though.
If you're not from around here, most people don't know what the fuck it is. It's definitely a southern etiquette type thing.
Gotcha. Nearacle, what about you? What's your favorite band?
Man, it is really difficult because I grew up in like a very eclectic house. Mom was a hippie, dad's a conservative hippie. So like there's a lot of rock and fucking literally everything from like the 50s up until now. And then like
Bro,
I'm really big on like rap.
We were raised the same. Sorry.
Yeah. So like if you name a genre, like I've got like bands I really dig. I would say like Blink-182 is probably like one of my favorites because like it was such a coming of age band. Like when they hit, I was in junior high and like they were still playing in Warped Tour. before like they got big and blew up. And me and my buddy skipped school. I was 13, he was 14, stole his mom's car, drove from Sacramento down to San Francisco to fucking hit Warped Tour. And then fucking, it was
Wow.
fucking like, you know what I mean?
That
So like
is
there was
punk as fuck. I love
like,
it.
so like there was like a lot of like life milestones that were hit for that band and listening to that band.
Fuck yeah, dude. That is rad. That is so cool.
If any kids are listening, don't fucking do that. But dude,
Okay, so
punk
if
as
you're
fuck.
gonna do it, make sure you have cash to pay for the gas at each gas station you stop at. Do not use a fucking credit card that can be tracked like our dumbasses did, because that's how we got caught.
Right?
Nearacle is a bad influence. Anything he says, don't do it. It's bad.
I'm pretty
No,
much
I'll tell
only
you how I got caught, so you can figure out how not to get caught. That's all.
pretty much only saying don't do that so that if somebody does do that, we can't get blamed.
Oh god, Nearacle is punk as fuck. I love this. I used to do the same kind of stuff. What did we do? We yeah, we used to like steal cars out the driveway. You know, you'd like put them in neutral and then like roll them down and fucking then you start the car like and go down the street. But yeah, we used to do that shit all the time.
I
To
was
go
a
to
good
shows.
kid. I didn't do that stuff.
I don't.
You didn't do that stuff?
I also didn't really have friends.
That's not true.
Not
I'm your
until
friend,
later.
Wooly.
Not until like
Yeah,
later in
we're
high
friends.
school. Yay, I have friends.
I've never done anything punk like that, man. We did go to a Upchurch concert in Russellville, Kentucky, and it was an unfortunate series of events. And at the end of it, the dude ended up losing his property, and it was like millions of dollars to the state.
Actually, I have a off the rails question for everyone, but I want to hear it. And I want to hear the stories too. We're just gonna go off the rails here. What was your first show that you went to?
Avenged Sevenfold.
Tell us a story. How did it go? I want to hear it.
There isn't much of a story. Went to the Rave in Milwaukee, saw Avenged Sevenfold. Luckily enough, it was before the Rev. Their original drummer died. And that's the whole damn story. Actually, no. Saw Shinedown and Saving Abel that same night. But I didn't really care about Saving Abel. Shinedown, though.
Talking about some emo metal, though, right? You didn't mosh? You didn't? No story? Nothing cool? Nothing
The Rave
happened?
is not the kind of place you want to mosh because I
I've been
swear
I've been into so many mosh pits in the Rave. Are you serious?
that
Really?
floor is going to give out someday. It's way too springy.
I took my chances. All right, Nearacle, what was your first show? Tell us a story.
Ooh. So, my mom, back in the day, used to work security at Arco Arena, which is in like Sacramento area.
Nice. Is that where you're based? If you don't mind me asking, you're like,
No. Well, I mean, I grew up like all over California, but my concert started like around like Sacramento time.
Gotcha.
So at the time, my mom worked security, so she would get super discounted tickets. So for, I don't remember what the fuck it was. I really don't remember what the event was, but it was for Smashing Pumpkins and Garbage.
Wow.
The world is a vampire.
Taking it back, dude. I'm only happy when it rains. And the thing that was fucking awkward about it, so this is like huge fucking pot smoking time. And
Is that not now? Or-
well, I mean, but like at this point, like this was like this is like grunge era. So like there's like a lot of fucking just no parental guidance. So I'm around all these fucking kids, no parent supervision, and my fucking mom right there, dude. And there's
she
fucking
came with you.
yeah, dude. And so like there's fucking like it's hotboxed. The arena, Arco Arena, is hotboxed. Like there's so much fucking weed in the area. Like you could barely see the stage. And like people are trying to pass them to me and shit. And my mom is just like fucking just giving them the evil eye and shit. And I'd like grab it from behind her back. Like, dude, it's fucking. It was an awesome first show.
Dude, that is an amazing story. I just sneezed really hard. I want to hear about Craig's and then I'll tell mine. And then we'll move on. Sorry, Willie. I hijacked the show a bit.
I'm just gonna say, I feel like half the bands y'all are talking about cannot be real. Like, there's actually a band called Smashing Pumpkins and Garbage.
Are you out of your mind? Those are very well-known bands. How have you never heard of them?
Once again, bro, I live in
He's
the middle of
a
nowhere.
youngin'. He's
Fair
a youngin'.
enough.
I'm not a youngin'. Anyway, the first concert I went to, like I said before, was the Upchurch concert in Russellville. So he's not like super huge, so he doesn't play like arenas. He just rents out properties and goes and performs there. And this specific property, it used to be a quarry area, but it's not now. Anyway, so when they booked the venue, Upchurch told him that he was bringing security. So the owner of the property was like, oh, he's bringing security. I don't have to. Well, it turns out he only meant security for himself. So he had like 2 guys with him, and that was it. There was no other security in like the whole fucking place.
Oh my God.
It was awesome. I was sitting there with a couple of my buddies. We were smoking a couple J's, and like there's people behind us just smoking meth right in the middle of the fucking floor.
Fucking Christ.
Jeez.
Yeah, dude. And some mom was there with her kid and like smacked the pipe out of the dude's hand and said, "Don't do that shit around her kid." And the dude turned around and knocked her the fuck out. And it turned into this big ass brawl. Like everybody in the arena was fighting, dude.
Man.
I think I
It
would
was
have
the
just
greatest.
left. You don't fuck with a meth head. They'll fuck you up.
Like at that point, like even Upchurch stopped singing and was like looking down, like what the fuck is going on? People started going on stage and like ripping pieces of his drum set off and shit. It was great.
Jesus
But yeah,
Christ.
no, the dude lost the property because of all the damage, and then he owns the city. Like last I heard, it was like almost $1 million. Like it was crazy how much he owes them.
Fucking insane.
It was the best moment of my life. I will say that I punched like 3 people. Not for a good reason. It was just in the heat of the moment. But yeah.
Okay, that pretty much trumps every other story that's been told. All right, Gershom, how are you going to follow that up?
I will. Well, I'll tell the story of my first show, which wasn't that great. It was fun. I went and saw The Offspring at a venue. I can't remember the venue. It was outside though. It was across the water in like Mission Bay in San Diego, and I basically went there with my dad and my brother. I was 14. It was the Ixnay on the Ombre tour, and I was like punking out by then, hardcore. Like the Offspring was like my favorite band, and just went there. And I remember my dad, like the mosh pit kind of started like creeping out like towards us, and he was like, just put your elbows up, just go in. And I went in. I was 14 and I went into my first mosh pit, and that was really fun. That was a good
Wait, who was it that was telling you to just put your elbows up?
my dad.
Fuck yeah, dude.
Yeah, my dad's a psycho. We're not gonna talk about, but he did give me the right cue. You put your elbows up, go in.
I mean,
And I was
that's
like,
it, dude.
Yeah.
At least he didn't fucking steer you wrong, and then you got your shit pushed
Yeah, at least I'm not like a total softie. I'm definitely the toughness I get from my dad. I still go into mosh pits to this day, and I'm blind in one eye. It's hard. I still go in,
So I do have a follow-up question. I've only seen mosh pits on like movies and stuff. Is they like the same thing, or is it different?
Depends on the mosh pit.
But I was gonna say it depends on like what you're trying to do. Crowd surfing is more my style. I don't really like getting stomped around. Like I've done that before, but crowd surfing is kind of it. Like when you go to a punk show, you just jump up, you just kind of jump, and someone will catch you and they'll carry you like across the pit, and that's kind of fun.
I knew a guy in high school who decided to do that. He like climbed up on this barrier, and of all the fucking places to do this, he did it at the county fair when Styx was going for some fucking reason, and he made it about 10 feet before they just dropped him. Like, they're like, fuck this shit, I'm not carrying this kid. It was hilarious.
Yeah, it's every crowd surfer's like worst nightmare. Like, I'm gonna get dropped, and I didn't get dropped. I've only done it a few times though, so yeah.
All right, gonna keep the ball rolling here. The next question came from Shanty Man. He says, if you all didn't play WoW, what IP would you want an MMO for? And IP is intellectual property, if anyone doesn't know. So, like, for me, I would say Star Wars, but a Star Wars MMO already exists. So after that, I want, like, a Worlds of StarCraft MMO. It's not ever going to happen. Blizzard's not going to want to compete with themselves, but I would play the shit out of that. What about you guys?
Wait, what was the question? If WoW wasn't a thing?
If you didn't play WoW, what...
Oh, if I didn't play WoW?
Right, like what universe or world or game or movie or whatever would you want to see an MMO for?
Honestly, man, like, I'd like to see X-Men.
Dude, they had something similar. They had City of Heroes. It's not X-Men specifically,
but City of Heroes was very, very close too. But yeah, like I think X-Men, like the Marvel universe in general, has just like a super robust amount of shit between characters and like class types, I guess, that they can make that work.
Totally. 100%. That'd be awesome. What about Craig? What would you want?
Bro, I have no clue. I'm still thinking.
Oh, I could jump in.
Do it.
I would want to see a what would I want to see? Oh, a Walking Dead MMO. I think that'd be sick.
cool.
That'd be sick.
Yeah, that's pretty much it.
If not, dude, okay. If not X-Men, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
That would be cool. It reminds me of this clip I saw online where it's just like a cutting from one of the movies where, what's her name? April, I think it was, walks in and she's like, wait, where's Splinter? And they're like, oh, he's on the roof. And she's like, doing what? And then Splinter's in the window and he goes, coming to a conclusion. Like, he's on the roof coming? Okay. Splinter's just going to jerk his rat tail on the fucking roof.
Bro, that's awesome. Bro, I have no clue. I'm just gonna throw something out there. So there used to be
Craig votes for Sailor Moon. He wants a Sailor Moon MMORPG. That's
Listen,
it. You got it.
I almost done.
Yeah, y'all are gonna have to start talking my language. I don't know what a Sailor Moon is.
Do you remember? Okay, so if you're gonna say Sailor Moon, do you remember a cartoon called Ronin Warriors?
I remember Ronin Warriors, but I don't like the whole thing. I don't remember it.
Oh,
I remember the title. Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna go with a new Lord of the Rings MMO. They used to have one out a long time ago, but it was kind of dog shit, and I would like to see an upgraded version of that. Yeah, it was terrible. I was so hyped for it, man. I'd like to see a good one come out.
The graphics were just so boring. Like the color palette was just bland.
I did not enjoy the gameplay at all.
Yeah, that too. Also, my computer at the time was kind of a toaster, so it didn't really handle it all that well.
Toaster.
All right, so we have one more question here. Oh, wait, did anyone not answer? I lost track.
I think everybody answered. I did answer. I said Lord of the Rings.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
All right, well, we got one last question, and it's kind of a goof question that he just put in because he felt like it, but we're going to answer it anyway. Aaron says, I'm in the Wendy's drive-thru lane. What should I get? And also, this was like 2 weeks ago, so what should he have gotten 2 weeks ago? I'm going to say Frosty and fries, and if they had the blood of your enemies, you should have got that.
Chocolate frosty and nuggies.
50-piece family-sized chicken nuggets, and do not share with anybody.
Yo, you guys, like, I haven't paid my Spotify for a minute, and so I'm getting ads, and Arby's has the fucking rib sandwich that is not the McRib.
Do they now?
They
Do you like
actually
Arby's?
have like pulled pork, cheddar cheese, and pickles on this bitch, and it looks pretty good in the picture on the ad. So
Oh my
I'm gonna
God, I'm
say
getting hungry.
the fucking Arby's rib sandwich, Aaron.
So
Is that on the
leave-
menu
And
at
if
Wendy's?
that's wrong, then fuck Aaron.
No, he'll have to leave the Wendy's drive-through to do that, and it's worth it. It's worth
Wait.
it.
Do you like Arby's, Gershom?
There are not Arby's in Chicago. So I used to like them a bit in San Diego, but I'm not really a big fast food person overall. So
I was about to say, you'd be the only person I ever met that actually likes Arby's.
no, I mean, we would get high and we would get in the mood for that like cheese sauce on the shaved beef. Like it was kind of good for what it was, but yeah, I'm not like a huge fan of it.
For sure.
All right, so circling back to Craig's questions here. You got 4 of them. That's a lot. So,
Oh, God.
first question, you asked Bent, how wide does his butthole actually go? We're going to wait for him to come back and answer that himself. Second question, you wanted to know how many stores I'm not allowed in, and I plead the 5th, partly because I don't remember. 3, I have to ask you now, because I don't know what the fuck you're talking about. You said, do you guys remember the Memorial Rock in Orgrimmar back in Kata? What are you talking about?
Bro, the Memorial Rock. We just talked about that last week. So, for you people that don't know, back in, what was it, fucking Cataclysm, there was the rock stacked on top of each other by the Flight Master in Orgrimmar. And back... Go ahead.
Is that like before they changed the world?
No, that was after the change of the world. That was Cataclysm.
Yeah.
So you used to be able to glitch through the wall in Orgrimmar up next to the inn in the big main area where the auction house is. I don't remember what it's called. But you could glitch in there, fly around, and go up into this rock. And inside the rock, there was the initials WLM on a plaque in the back with a lit candle in front of it.
Oh,
and
that's
that was
what
called
you're
Memorial
talking about.
Yeah, dude. I was asking everybody, and like nobody remembered this. And I asked Gershom, and she said she didn't know about it, but she was going to bring it up on y'all's last week's episode, which that y'all didn't have. But
Yeah, well, she might have brought it up. They actually peel back the curtain. She and Bent sat down to record, and they did an episode, and the technology like failed them. It didn't work too good. So she might have brought it up, but no, I didn't know that's what you were referring to. Yeah, I've seen videos of people going and finding that. It's like an Easter egg of some kind.
yeah, so back in Cataclysm, there was like no context around it, so everyone thought it was like a dead game developer. And back then, if your guild was level 25, you had Have Group Will Travel, which was just a big ass group summon. So like after pug raids and stuff, me and the boys would go up there, glitch into there, and just summon everybody in the raid up in there.
Oh my god.
But in case you guys don't know, they actually released an article like 2 years ago that actually uncovered all that. A developer made that room in memorial for his dad that died. And Blizzard had no idea about it. Like he didn't tell anybody. He just did it. He was one of the ones over the reconstruction of Orgrimmar.
That's actually really funny. Well, less funny and more cool.
Yeah, I thought it was baller.
All right, so this last question you asked, I want to give that a proper answer. So, what you wrote was, Wooly, the show you mentioned this week or last that you was upset for using the F word, just curious what you think would be the appropriate way to apologize and come back from that. So, what your question was referring to, I'm assuming, is the Rooster Teeth situation, where part of the situation is a person in Achievement Hunter. It's a small offshoot of Rooster Teeth that's still part of Rooster Teeth. She's trans, and at the time was not out, and her quote-unquote nickname around the office before she transitioned, before anybody knew, was I don't want to say the word, even though it's the 3-letter F word. It's like the long form of that. So that was the nickname. And they realized they couldn't say that in the videos, so they said fugs instead. And they had the community saying that. So every time we said fugs, that's what we were calling this person without knowing it. So that's one part of it. The other part of it is it turns out Rooster Teeth was not paying people as they promised they would. Apparently, a lot of people have been hit with that. There have been a lot of issues of just, people being icky or rude or just outright, I mean, there's nothing illegal about being rude, but outright hateful and everything. And the question then becomes, what is the appropriate way to apologize and come back from that? And first of all, I don't think it is up to me to say what is an okay way to apologize, for hateful conduct that is not targeted at me. Although I am bi, and I'm just gonna say it, the word faggot does, get used against me sometimes, and it does suck. And the way to apologize is to demonstrate your willingness to learn from that. As for all these other things, I don't really know. I do know what's been happening is a lot of these people who were the guilty parties, and most of them who were not doing anything, but a few of them were putting out twit-longers, like a long form of a tweet on Twitter that you make a link and people go read it, and saying things like, "I'm so sorry, I'd like to think I've changed such and such." But then Rooster Teeth as a company put out the most bland PR shit that I don't think we've talked about WoW in a good while here on this show. But their apology, quote unquote, it was more of a statement, and it was, these are the things we have been doing to combat this problem. No, not the right way to do it. If you start listing things you think are good that you've already done, you're missing the point. Because the point is, whatever you've been doing, whatever effort you've been making, has fallen short. So it becomes, what are you going to do from this point? And I think they have really dropped the ball. How to come back from that? Actual change. Same as what we would need to see from Blizzard for their arguably worse things going on. Actual change. Not talking about change, not highlighting things and statistics that you think make you look better, because no one wants to hear that. Change things, pay your employees, be transparent. That's really the best answer I can give to that without babbling. But again, it's not up to me to decide how people who have been on the receiving end of hateful comments should be apologized to. That's not my choice. Does that make sense?
Yeah, for sure.
But yeah, that's a really good question, and I'm glad you asked it, because a lot of these things, I've been looking at that and being like, wow, if I was the one in the cancel culture spotlight, I don't know how I would react. I don't know what I would do, because it's like, you can apologize, but how many people out there are going to take your apology seriously? It's such a rat's nest.
Yeah.
Not to bring the mood down or anything.
No, the concept of apology is so weird these days. Like, you feel like you hear it all the time, right? From like people, like you hear it from public figures. I'm deeply sorry about what I said. Like, you got this this lady in LA, like the head of the city council or whatever, and she was talking very bad about like a black kid. She was talking very bad about like a black child, and she had to resign. She resigned, and I'm glad she did, because she said some really mean stuff. But it's like, I don't know.
There are times
I
you
guess I
can't
sort
come
of
back.
dropped the ball here, but it's just like, there are times when you say some stuff and you just have to like do the right thing. But I just feel so bad that we know that these people are saying stuff like that,
Yeah.
If that makes any sense. It just makes me sad. It does.
Yeah, same. And like I've been a huge fan of Rooster Teeth since I was like 14, 15 years old. So having this go on it's sort of been my last straw with them, because they've been problematic, and I might be completely done watching their content. Anyway, to move forward with this for today, because we've already gotten way away from WoW, Shantyman's question got me thinking. So for the next question of the week, I want to put that same question out to everyone listening. So the question of the week then is, other than WoW, what IP would you want to see as an MMO? You can answer on Twitter at Thralls Balls Pod. You can submit your answer to the email, thrallsballspodcast@gmail.com. And you can answer on Discord. Go to thrallsballs.com, and it'll just zap you into the server. Okay. Moving a little more forward, we did not set a draft last week, and we are minus a bent anyway, so we're going to keep that last poll open for another week. We are all currently tied with 0 votes, which leads me to another point. I know that with podcasts, a lot of people I'm one of them with another podcast, the Spitballers. They do a draft where they have people vote. Never once have I voted on it, but that doesn't mean I'm not engaging with their content. So I'm officially asking you guys for some feedback. If you don't like the draft, let us know. If you do, let us know. Don't feel pressured to vote on it. Don't feel pressured to answer the question of the week. Totally be a lurker. It's fine. But I want to know what you guys want to see out of the show so we can deliver that. If you want us to try new segments, we're happy to do that too. All right. So, Gershom, I know you had... I'm sorry, what?
Sorry, before you go on, I just wanted to give you an update. You are currently winning 1-0.
Oh, yeah. Fucking suck it.
I don't vote in y'all's polls most of the time because half the time I don't know what the context is or like what the content's about.
You're a fucking hater and a fake friend.
So when it comes to mixed drinks, I've never, like, besides for Jack and Coke, I don't think I've ever drank a mixed drink in my life. I usually just drink alcohol straight up. So I went to the poll and just eeny, meeny, miny, what the fuck? Eenie, meeny, miny, mode that shit, and Wooly won.
Eenie, miny, what the fuck? I love it.
I can't speak today.
That's an episode title.
I was actively writing it down as you said that.
I know Wooly too well. Oh, God.
That extra hit at the start of the episode might have done me in, boys.
So anyway, where I was going with all this is we're leaving the poll open another week, and we would love to get some feedback on that. You'll hear all the ways to contact us in a little bit here. But what are our final thoughts for the week? My final thought is I'm not sure Jesus would be a top. No, he definitely would be. That's my final thought. Gershom, what's your final thought?
I feel like saying Craig from the South Park episode. Craig, go watch it. We're also a South Park podcast.
Yeah, we really are.
I live a very sheltered lifestyle, bro. I can't watch things that say bad words. That's why I say so many. I gotta make up for it.
I guess that's your final thought then, huh?
No, my final thought is this whole podcast is a conspiracy and garbage and smashing pumpkins isn't real.
I can assure you they are real. Nearacle, final thought?
Titties.
As good a final thought as any. All right, so we are going to get on out of here. You can go ahead and follow us in the places. On Twitter, I am at Wooly08, 2 O's, 2 L's, and a Y. Gershom is at Hunter Gershom, Gershom. Bent is at Bentolas_outlaw, Bentolas. The show is at Thralls Balls Pod. You can email us, thrallsballspodcast@gmail.com. Leave a review on the podcast directory at bonusroll.gg, or join the Discord by going to thrallsballs.com. And go ahead and check out Getting Buffed, where Craig and Nearacle came from. What's your Twitter? I think you have one.
Don't have one.
Oh.
Do not have one.
Ah, thought you did. But anyway, go check their show out. I accidentally talked longer than the outro music, but we're good. Bye, everybody.
Bye, Swingaz.
Bye.
Later.